Hello everybody, it's Anuriti Mishra from Alpine Public School, Gola Bazar, Gorakhpur. In the previous video, we have studied about our country, India. Now, we are going to summarize it into this short video. What is our country, India? What is its introduction? What is its location? What are the neighboring countries of India? What are the political division? And what are the physical landforms of India? We are going to discuss on this. So, first one is India's location. India is bounded by the Arabian Sea. We have already known that India is bounded by the Arabian Sea in the west, Bay of Bengal, in the east, and Indian Ocean in the south. Okay, let me show you very perfectly. This one is Indian Ocean in the south, Arabian Sea in the western area, and Bay of Bengal into the eastern side of the India. These are the water part by which India is covered. Therefore, we can say that India is a peninsular country. Means it is surrounded by the water from the three parts, that is the Arabian Sea, the Bay of Bengal, and the Indian Ocean. The landform which are surrounded by water from the three sides is known as peninsula. Therefore, we can say that India is a peninsular country. Next one third means about 7,500 kilometers of the coastal area is covered in India, and also it is included the island area which is Lakshadweep Island into the Arabian Sea, and into the Bay of Bengal there is Andaman. Okay, into the Bay of Bengal there is Andaman and Nicobar Island, and into the Arabian Sea there is Lakshadweep Island, and total coastal area which including the island area also, the total coastal area is about 7,500 kilometers expanded over here. Next, the mainland extended from Kanyakumari to Kashmir is about, from Kanyakumari, southern part of India, and up to the Kashmir, it is about 3,210 kilometers. It is about 3,210 kilometers. If we measure from the Kanyakumari to Kashmir, the measurement of the length of this area is about 3,210 kilometers. If we measure it from the eastern side, from the Gujarat to the Assam to the Arunachal Pradesh, then from Gujarat to Arunachal Pradesh, then the measurement of this area will be 2,900 kilometers. 2,900 kilometers. Means if we measure from west of the Gujarat to the east of the Arunachal Pradesh, the measurement will be 2,900 kilometers. Next, I will tell you about the neighboring countries of the India. This one is the length of the India, that is from Kanyakumari to Kashmir to 3,210 kilometers, and from Gujarat to Arunachal Pradesh the measurement is 2,900 kilometers. So, let me proceed up to the neighboring countries of the India. What are the neighboring countries of the India? Pakistan is attached with India. We know it very well. Pakistan. From the upper side, another country, that is Afghanistan. From here it is China. China border is also connected with India. Nepal, a small country between India and China. Bhutan, here is a small country, that is Bhutan. And the last one is Myanmar. These are the 7 countries who would touch their boundary line with India. Okay, these are the 7 countries which touched their boundary lines with India. Pakistan, first one is Pakistan, second one is China, then Afghanistan from the upper side, from the northern side it is Afghanistan, then it is Nepal, Bhutan and Myanmar. These are the, and the next one, sorry, these next one is Bangladesh. I forgot that. Bangladesh from here. So total 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. These are the 7 countries which share their boundaries with India. Okay, and another one is the also country that is located in the southern part of India, but it don't share the boundary. It is actually a island which is connected with India. So that island is Sri Lanka. The island which is connected with India is Sri Lanka. It is also a part of, it was the part of India previously, but now it is a particular country which is attached with India. Next, let's we know about the political division of India. What are the political division? There are total 29 states and 9 union territories in India. We have already studied. In 2019, the 29 states converted into 28 states and the 7 union territories become the 9 union territories. And Jammu and Kashmir become the union territory of India. Jammu and Kashmir and Ladakh become the union territory of India. Before that, they were the state. So there we can say that today, in the today's time, India have 28 states and 9 union territories. The political map of India show a boundary of India states and union territories and the area of each unit covered. If we see the political map of India, in that we can say that the border in this political map of India, we can say that the borders are totally attached with each other. The states' border are attached with each other. Okay, so we can say that the Rajasthan, here it is Uttar Pradesh, here it is Haryana, here it is Punjab, here it is Himachal Pradesh, here it is Uttarakhand. We can say that the states are divided over there. Okay, and here they are attached with the boundary line with each other. Next one, the largest state of India is Rajasthan. We have already known from the lowest class that Rajasthan is the largest state of India and the Goa is the smallest state of India. Next we are going to study about, and these states are further divided into districts. Let's study about the Lesser Himalayas. What are the Lesser Himalayas? The Lesser or the Middle Himalayas, or we can say that Himachal. The south of the Greater Himalayas, which are located from the Kashmir, which is spread from the Kashmir to the Arunachal Pradesh. The Lesser Himalayas is the southern part of the main Himalayas. Okay, here the hill stations like Shimla and Darjeeling are over there. These are the tourist spots where people go and visit. Next one is the Outer Himalayas. What are the Outer Himalayas? Which are the northern part of the plain, which are above than the plain, but the southern part of the Himalayas. It is the lowest part of the Himalayas attached with the plain. That we can say it Outer Himalayas. We can also say it dunes, means the flat valley areas. Here the valley areas are mostly found. Therefore, the flat valley areas is also known as dunes. So the place like Dehradun is already exist there, and it is the highly populated area. Next one, the Kashmir, the Pir Panjal range runs to the southwest of the Himalayas. The Pir Panjal range into the Kashmir run to the southwest of the Himalayas, and this is also the Outer Himalaya. This is the lowest part of the Himalayas. Next one is the northern plain. The northern plain, which is formed by the Ganga river. Okay. In India, Ganga river forms the northern plain into the northern part of India, means into the Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, into the what we say Punjab, Haryana. These are the northern plain area where agriculture is very effective, very powerful. So the people basically do the agriculture over there because it is beneficial. Here every type of climate is available for doing the agriculture, every type of things is available for doing the agriculture, means water is available, plain area, fertile soil is available. Therefore this area is densely populated, means mostly people survive into the plain area, and it is the populated area, it is densely populated. The Ganga plain forms the main part of the northern plain. The Ganga plain forms the main part of the northern plain. Into the northern plain, means into Uttarakhand, into Uttar Pradesh and Bihar. These are the plain areas which are connected with Ganga river and its tributaries such as Yamuna, Son, Gandak and Gomti, Kosi. These are the rivers. These rivers are the tributaries of Ganga. Next, the second one is. The second plain area is in this plain. In this plain is a area which is found into not only into the Punjab but this is also into the Pakistan. This river flows into the Pakistan, and that's why it is the plain area which is found into the Punjab, which is in India, and it's spread over the Pakistan. Next one is from which glacier Ganga originates? Ganga originates from the glacier which is known as Gangotri. Gangotri is a glacier from where the Ganga river originates. Next one is Brahmaputra. Brahmaputra found in the Assam area, into the northern eastern part of the India. The Brahmaputra rivers originate, and when it enters into the Bangladesh, its name changes and it become the Padma. Padma river is originated into the Bangladesh. Okay. Firstly, it is into the when we see the northern eastern part of the India, the Brahmaputra river is named as the Brahmaputra. But when it's entered into the Bangladesh, it converted into the Padma. Next, let's read about the Peninsular Plateau. What are the Peninsular Plateau? The southern part of India, which is connected with the three sides of the ocean, that it is known as peninsular area, or we can say that peninsular plateau. What do you mean by plateau? Plateau is a type of tableland. I have already told you into the previous video. It is a type of a tableland, means above from the plain and from the top it is totally plain. Above from the plain surface area, but at the top you can see that it is totally plain. Therefore, we can say that it is a tableland. So the tableland is known as the plateau, and the Deccan part of the India is a type of a plateau. The coastal plain area and the island. The coastal plain area, we can say that there are two coastal plain in India. First one is the western coastal plain and second one is eastern coastal plain. Into the western coastal plain, there are two places to visit over there. These are the tourist spots. First one is Goa and second one is Mumbai. These are the two places where tourists go and visit there. And into the eastern part of India, there is a place which is known as Mahabalipuram. It is a very religious place where people go and visit. Next one, let's know about the island of the India. What are the island of India? India island lie in the two group. The island of India lies into the two group. First one is into the Bay of Bengal. Second one is into the Arabian Sea. Into the Bay of Bengal, there are two islands found over there. Two islands group found over there. First one is Andaman Island and the second one is Nicobar Island. So the Andaman Island is about 200 there is 204 islands which forms the Andaman area. But the Nicobar area forms by the 19 islands. Total number of islands is 19 to form the Nicobar area. But there are 204 islands which forms the Andaman area, means Andaman islands. The Lakshadweep is a coral island, means the dead corals forms these type of islands. So there are total 36 islands, in which 11 island are over there where people have the habitat, means people could survive there. There are 11 islands out of 36 on which there is a population. The word Lakshadweep, what do you mean by the word Lakshadweep? Lakshadweep means 100,000 islands in Sanskrit. In Sanskrit language, the Lakshadweep means 100,000 islands. Next one is the Great Indian Desert, that is the Thar Desert, which is located into the Rajasthan. The desert region of India lies to the west of the northern plain in western Rajasthan, known as the Thar Desert. Into the western part of the Rajasthan, there is an area which is totally into the desert form, and it is known as Thar Desert. Here we can say that sand dunes mostly found over there. There is no any soil, there is sand, and it is characterized by a vast sandy surface, few hills, shifty sand dunes, means from one place to another, it is shift from one place to another with the help of the air, with the help of the wind. Next, it is bounded on the east of Aravalli ranges and the south by the run of the Kutch, and on the west of the Indus River. This place is located before the Aravalli ranges. It is Aravalli ranges is the boundary line of that area, of that desert, and these are the Aravalli ranges, which are the barrier, which makes the barrier between the monsoon winds and the Thar Desert. Next one is the western part of Rajasthan in the Great Indian Desert. Its soil is composed of sand, hard rocks and sand dunes. Here you can say that soil is not available over there, fertile soil is not available over there. So the sand, hard rocks and sand dunes are found. It is about 500 km long. It is about 500 km long and 250 km wide. This one is the location of India. So in this video we have studied about the country India, its location and its neighboring countries. What are the landforms over there? What are the coastal plains? What are the peninsular plateau? So I hope that it will be beneficial for you. So goodbye everybody. Take care of yourself.